Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here on our single player world. We are back today and we are back in front of our florist today because what we are doing is we're going to be building in our cavern, which is underground, the secret tunnel, the secret cavern, the mushroom tunnel, mushroom cavern, whatever you want to call it. It is underground and we are going to be building there. And I have, in between the last episode and this episode, held up to what I said, and we have gone ahead and done this tunnel up really incredibly cool. I can't tell you how awesome I think it looks. You guys can tell me if you guys think it's cool as well, but I really think it looks great, and I have kept my word, and we did it in a stream, and I completed the last little bit of it off stream, I must admit, but I think it's turned out really well, and I would love to hear your input on it, and if you guys think we can add some stuff or take away some stuff, I am happy to do that, and we will see how that goes. So first of all, I will warn you. This over here is not very mob safe. In fact, I'm happy for any mob to be here, except for a creeper. As per usual. I mean, who likes creepers? They just, they're good as long as they fire away. So, this is what we started with. We've got our tunnel over here, and I think we only did a little bit. But now we've got this going down here, and I really want your opinion on how we've done here. I've gone and made the walls and stuff all... in fact, you know what we're going to do? Before we keep going, I'm going to turn this speed beacon off, because I don't want speed right now. It's pretty much just here because it's on. So if we put a block over here, I'm pretty sure it should stop the speed effect. Is that right? It goes down 13, 12. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so we'll give this another go. But yeah, I want to just go down here, close that up because why not? And I want you guys to tell me what you think, because I think this is a beautiful little tunnel, and it's something I've enjoyed doing thoroughly. I really have, and it's just been turning out better than I've expected. So going down here, it's all twisty and curvy, and we've got our chicken thing ruining the atmosphere. But overall, look at that. It makes it look like, well, I've done some tricks to make it look like these over here are giving off light. Like, see that? See that? It looks like they're giving off light. Same as up here. Looks like they're giving off light. This one's a little bit more obvious of what I've done there, but it's just to create the illusion of plants creating light underneath here very faintly. I don't want it to be too strong because I still want this to have a nice feel to it, and that's kind of a sad thing about Minecraft in many ways, is the feeling of doing stuff like this. You have to be careful of monsters, mobs, and stuff like that. In fact, I wonder if I put a button on these sorts of things, if that'll stop them from being spawnable. I think that works. If I put a stone button there, we'll have to have a look into that, but I don't want to do stuff like that. But that's just one of the things we have to kind of get over to be able to get there. And you guys will notice, we've got ourselves some mycelium now, if you didn't notice that already, and that is because in that same stream, well, I'll just keep walking down here and letting you guys kind of check it out. But in that same stream, we ended up going over to the Mushroom Island biome. And I decided to bring back some cows. And a pretty funny thing actually happened. We decided to bring over some mushrooms. And I was taking them over the long road that I built. And I was like, 2 will never make it the whole way. The road is all too... It was 1 block for... Like 1 block wide thing in the air for about, what... 2,800 or 3,000 blocks or something crazy like that we had to pull them across. And I got to about 1,600 blocks left to go, and disaster happened. Disaster struck. We got attacked by a ghast, and I was like, okay, well, we got away from the ghast, and as soon as we thought we were safe, a bunch of blazes above a nether fortress came and killed our cows. We didn't even drop them. They didn't even fall off. They just got killed by blazes. It was really sad, and I'm kind of upset. Because the blazes were going for me, obviously, and they hit the cows. I actually don't think they would attack a mushroom. But yeah, that's that story. It's kind of sad. I've also tried, by the way, to get in some of the cocoa beans here. So I've had to put a jungle log in, obviously. But I think that looks alright. It also makes it look like it's creating a bit of light there. And the way I've done it is a little secret way of putting in a stream of leaves, like a whole chain of leaves up there, so you can't really see the light. And it just hides it a little bit nicer. Like, look at that. Where's this one coming from, hey? See, it just looks really cool. Actually, where is that one coming from? I'm actually amazed with this one because I don't know where this light is. All right, so what I have, what I'm going to be doing now, I got asked in the, I got given a suggestion in the previous episode to put in our thing there, like this tunnel, a giant stream which could go the whole length of it, and I thought that was a really cool idea. Although I probably now can't do it because it's a bit too late, I do want to still do something with a bit of water down there before we get going on the rest of that structure. I think I've got a bucket of water in here, I'm pretty sure. just down this way. And also, by the way, guys, with the mycelium that we've got there, I'm going to be growing it. And the reason I'm going to be growing it is because you can actually let it transfer, unlike podzol. You know podzol, which you can also grow mushrooms on? You can let this kind of just spread like crazy. It can just go everywhere and still grow mushrooms, which is a really, really useful thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just let the mycelium grow. I've got a little like farm over there for it right now, which I'm just letting it spread over to dirt. And we won't have trouble getting any more mycelium. I also thought about adding a bit of podzol down here. Tell me what you think. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I'd love to see what your opinion is on getting some podzol down here. Although I feel like we've got pretty much all of it done over here. And I know it seems a bit busy, might I add. I know it seems quite busy, but oh, that is very loud. There we go. Yeah, it seems pretty busy, but I think it all suits it. Just this kind of chaotic, fungus stuff growing everywhere. It's pretty good. And then we've also got some plants and stuff like that in there with the leaves. So what I was thinking is, I told you in the last episode that I want to build a giant mushroom here. And also, by the way, I want to just test this out. Let's just test this out quickly. I wanted to see if we could texture mycelium with this. Let's try it like in places. Maybe just once or twice. I'm not really liking the way this is turning out. I just thought it might look good. Maybe in the dark. I don't mind it in the dark. Let's just get rid of a few of these torches here. And I hope this doesn't go too dark for you guys. I think it'll be alright. When we were streaming the other day, as I said, I was doing this in a stream. It seemed a bit dark for us, so I had to put some stuff on the screen just to make it look a little bit brighter. But that should be alright. Let's take this away. I think we'll be alright on YouTube. Yeah, look at that. If we've got this in this color, I think in this light level, I think that'll do all right. So we can maybe put this every here, like now and then, just to break it up a bit, like that, and then maybe another one over here, and another one over there, and that will be good. So back to what I was saying about building the giant mushroom, and the idea with this is I decided I would build this large mushroom, and I've been messing around in a creative world right now, like probably for about an hour or so, trying to get a good shaped mushroom, and I just can't seem to get a nice shape. So what I thought is, I want to just try and see if we can kind of freestyle one here, and you can see the trouble that I'm having. So I want to make a pretty standard mushroom. I also don't like the idea that this is all going to be the same stuff, like all going to be this red dotty stuff, but you know what, we can't really help for it. So because I have tried other textures, maybe in the darker light it might work, but the wool doesn't seem to work very well for it, and the clay definitely is way too out of color. In fact, I was even trying around in some of the newer snapshot stuff with the, what is it, concrete powder blocks and concrete blocks, the red ones. They just don't match up quite as well. Another thing which you guys suggested was netherwort, which I forgot about. The netherwort blocks, and we could probably add a few of them in around this place as well. I've got a bunch of netherwort now, so we should be able to do it pretty simply. I don't know how many blocks we'll end up getting, but we'll get it pretty easily. And the awesome thing, have a look at this. We've got ourselves that axe I was talking about. The only thing missing on this right now, which I have to put on, is a looting enchantment. And then the whole axe, it should be ready. So let's do this now. Let's just get a few more of these blocks in. And you'll see my struggles that I'm having. Obviously, we won't have enough blocks, so we might have to just use our imaginations a bit once I've got some other blocks in there. So we'll do this here and do that there. And I think this is going to look more or less like the standard red mushroom, which isn't actually a problem. We should be able to deal with that. But I would have preferred to have had our own special mushroom in here, but I think it just won't work. So let's just get some of these in here just to kind of show you what's going on through my head right now. Come on, get out of there. Really? 2 in a row? Okay, so maybe from this side you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. It just doesn't shape as well as I'd hoped. You know, look at that. It just creates this very rough shape. And if I put another one in there, even though this isn't the red, it doesn't look right to me. So I think what we might do is try and get ourselves another red one, and an actual naturally built red one, you know, like the ones that spawn in the world. And I want to check if that could maybe look alright for us. So let's get rid of these, and we'll go up to the surface as well, and we'll get some bone meal to just make this work, because this should be able to work. In fact, I think if I put down, I should be able to put a mushroom down here, because it's right next to a torch, right? So if I put a mushroom there, okay. that is fine, which is kind of weird. Is that just maybe because, is it maybe glitched out? Is that, never mind. Maybe you can place mushrooms in light. I didn't know that. Okay, we'll put a piece of mycelium down there. We'll put one of these down, and we'll go get some of the bone meal and make ourselves a giant mushroom over here. And we are back now, guys. I've also gone ahead and grabbed this old bow. Remember this thing? This is probably if you guys have recently watched some of the older episodes, because I know a lot of people are... Oh, look at this. Look at... What? Yeah, just our luck. 2 of them. Look at that. How ridiculous is that? Minecraft is not wanting this tunnel to work, but we're gonna... What? Oh, you want to do something, Skilly? There we go. Good, we got it. Yes, so you guys might remember this if you guys saw our older episodes more recently, because one interesting thing, and I've mentioned this before in stream and stuff like that, just in general, it's really cool when I see people who are new to the channel, because there's a lot of new people. A lot of you guys are older people as well that have been here for a while, but there's a lot of new people as well, and it's really cool to see. Well, that was very, very easy. I wanted this to be actually a lot taller, though. That's my only thing. So, in fact, what happens if we do something like this here? And also, I want to know what happens when we move mushroom blocks. Maybe we can push these white blocks, because I'd really love to keep the white-red mushroom blocks around, because they seem to look pretty cool. So we'll do this, and get those, and we'll go back up here now. Yeah, so what I was saying is you can see just, for instance, when someone comments and you can see them go through like episode 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty cool. It's just an odd thing which I like to see. It seems pretty funny. And you could just kind of catch up, and when we were in the stream, a few people have mentioned like, oh, I saw that, I remember you doing that. And that was pretty cool to just see that that happens. Oh, you know what? We can make this happen. We can make this work. Yeah, just that, like, you could kind of see everything work like that, and it's pretty cool. Okay, so here, maybe that's a bit too tall for it, but I think it might work. We'll go through this. Okay, what we'll do is we'll go one more down, and let's try it again. So you see it, it's annoying, because they always break into those blocks, and I don't want them to. We'll go another 9. Okay, maybe if we get these gone. Let's just do, like, a absolute bunch. It's not like bone meal is a problem for us. We'll go here and just keep going. Just go through all of these. But the other thing I want to do here, by the way, guys, is I want to get a giant, well, not a giant, but a big waterfall coming in, maybe from that side, maybe from there. And I wanted it to have its own little room at the top, just kind of flowing down and into a little stream, which maybe goes down here and then exits in a tunnel out there. I think that would be a really, really nice addition to this. Okay, now we'll go to another level. Maybe we'll do it down here. I think that'll actually look pretty cool. And I've also got a few other ideas for this area, but tell me what you guys think of the area, by the way, because I'm probably going to move over to the shops next episode, and then we'll return to this area in a few episodes after that. This should be able to grow, right? Like, it doesn't have to be on dirt or grass or anything like that. Let's try putting some mycelium down and seeing maybe this is the case. Okay, if we go over here, drop that over there, and we will get some more of these here. And now give this a try. Yeah, it must be a height restriction thing, I'm thinking. Because you saw how easy the other one grew. That was ridiculous. So we'll go another one down and put it down here. And then we'll go with some more of these. And we'll go here. Alright, maybe not. Alrighty guys, so I've got some really, really good news, and it is that we're going to be able to make a very cool, real-looking mushroom. But it's going to be very, very tough. It's going to be not just a bit of a pain, really, and I'll show you what the cool thing is. Let's take that out. Let's put one of these down. We'll put that in there. We'll go and bone meal that. Whoa, one hit gets us up there. And now you'll see we've got these blocks around here, and I'll get rid of these blocks for demonstration purposes. We're going to have a lot of red mushroom blocks left over after this. So tell me what you think we can do with them, because I'm going to have a lot of blocks. And if we can find a use for them, I will use them. If not, whatever. So have a look here. When we do this and power this block, we don't want to see that this block turns into a red block like it would if we just broke that. Look at that. Turns into a red block. Right? So I don't want to see that happen. And what happens when we do it? It stays. In fact, it even keeps its complete original form, which means what we can do is we can actually build one of these mushrooms from a distance. So if we made a big room here, we made a mushroom and we just pushed it over, we could push over every block we need. In fact, we could even do this, for instance, make a taller mushroom. We can push these blocks up here and do this, and we can have all of these blocks break up there, and, well, push up there without breaking, and we can even make a thick stem going up here and make it look like a real authentic mushroom. We can even push in blocks from other angles and get the red blocks at the top to look like full inside and outside red blocks, which will be really, really cool. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might just try a little bit, maybe get a thicker stem, but I don't think I'll do it for the top piece. I think I might just build the top piece, though. Tell me if you guys want to see it built like crazy like that. We'll have to do that definitely over a long time, because that'll take me quite a long time. But for the stem, I think we can do it. So I'm going to build myself like a mushroom manufacturing piece over here. I'm going to push the blocks over. It'll take a bit of time, but I want to just get a thick stem mushroom and get it a little bit taller than what it is. You know what I really like? I really, really love seeing stuff in Minecraft done with stuff in Minecraft. You know what I mean? Just seeing the actual game being used in the way that the game uses it. And this is pretty much my struggle of this episode. And I think I have successfully overcome what I was trying to do. And that is to get this giant mushroom, which isn't using the blocks the same way that... Oh, I saw movement. Yeah, not using the blocks the same way that that you get them from the Silk Touch. So that was a big challenge for me, and I will show you exactly what's going on here as soon as we clear the area. Is everything cool? I think we're cool. Let's double check on top there. There we go. Now let's try it again. Now that there's no creepers to mess us around. Let's go back over here. And how does that look? Tell me what you think, guys, because this is hours and upon hours of work. I still have a lot to do with the actual stone on here, but I think it's come very, very well. Getting this light in was so important, and I think it has done a good job here getting a bit of light. Not too much, but I do want a little bit more, maybe in a few patches, because I feel like this area could be a bit brighter. So let's get into this mushroom, which I think is an epic mushroom. It's ridiculous. To me, this is like the ultimate mushroom I could have built in Minecraft, because not only is this with mushroom blocks down there, the white ones, which you can't pick up, you have to move them. But it's also done with the correct blocks over here. I haven't actually placed any of these blocks. This is all done from real mushrooms. So it's a very, very big job. And I think we've achieved a very, very big thing here, because trust me, it wasn't a simple task. So everything inside here is completely real mushroom. Literally every single thing here was built from real mushroom, which is a very, very hard thing to have done. And I'm very glad that we pulled it off here. And not to mention how awesome do these pieces of wool, the carpet, work with these blocks here. That just, oh man, I'm so happy with this. It all just turned out really, really, really well. So that is the good stuff. Now, some of the bad stuff, I did die. But don't worry, I saved that. Did I? Is that's something we had before? And that's something we had. I had to redo that, which you can see I've re-enchanted it. I just picked up some old boots. We saved our brand new axe, which we just created. I would have been very upset losing that. And we saved our diamond pick. However, we lost our shovel, which I've got one of these old shovels I had. And we also lost our sword, which I'm busy redoing there, doing a few little improvements. Plus that bow we were talking about a bit earlier, which is kind of sad, but that's alright. I don't really mind that. So I want to try one more thing in this place. And I do realize that I haven't put in the water stream. I feel like we can do it, but I'll do it at a later stage. I don't want to do it now with the processes I got going on. So I've got, like, for instance, build mushroom, fix ground, fix walls, fix like nature and lighting. These are all different tasks that I kind of set up for myself in this. And I think the next thing we're going to do will probably be the roof and walls, and then we'll get in perhaps we'll get in a little waterfall, or at least a little stream, to create a bit of dynamic stuff going on here, some movement in here. I think will look really, really cool. So what I wanted to do was to put in some of these end rods for a bit more light. Remember how I was saying I want a little bit more light? I think these will be the things to do it. You can see that's a lot of light, actually. So maybe hanging from the roof. I wasn't going to do them hanging from the roof. I actually was hoping to do something like this, for instance, right? So let's just say we dug out one block here. Just always check my back. Because that was from a creeper I died. Oh, have a look here. Look at that. Enderman first. That was alright. Then skeleton. That was what I was trying to clear up from the Enderman. and then creeper. That was the one that really got me there. So that was a bit of a sad situation, but it's okay. We'll get over it. So let's do that. And I was thinking that could look cool, like a little bit of a mushroom, you know what I mean? With the little cap over there and the stem. Let's just go out over here. I know it's not actually called that, but yeah, I don't think it'll work from the bottom. So maybe we can go onto the roof. Let's try using this for a bit of roof lighting. We'll go back to these blocks here. Why did I get the one bunch that had 9 on it? Okay, let's go here, jump over, and maybe we could pop one up there. I don't want them to be very close because I want them to light up the top but not light up the bottom as much, if you understand what I mean. I don't want this floor to be too bright. Go there. Perfect. There. There. Okay, so this roof is looking pretty bright. It's a little bit too bright for me, but I think it'll be alright for now. We'll just work on it over time. We'll work on this. But it's pretty much been a very, very fun project. It's been so different to everything I've built recently, and I've thoroughly enjoyed this, guys. So for today, I think that we'll do the episode, and we'll do this tunnel for, well, this underground piece for a little bit of time. I think we can always go back to it. And also, by the way, tell me what you think about this thing. This, to me, is the ultimate mushroom. I am so happy with it. So, yeah, guys, tell me what you think about this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little mini side project that we've had going on here. I am very, very excited to get going back on some more stills in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.